We can become a burden by clinging to the wounds of past mistakes or being obsessed with lost opportunities, which prevents us from moving forward and embracing the full potential of the present. We'll look at Musashi's advice in this video to focus on the present, not the past. We're going to talk about 10 things that Musashi taught that you can apply to a more meaningful and successful life. Lesson 1. Always be in the present. Although the idea of living in the present moment seems simple, it really requires consciousness and intentional effort. Musashi emphasized the value of living in the moment. In our modern world, not being distracted and obsessed, it's simple to be obsessing with the past or worrying about the future all the time. We often find ourselves anxious about the future or living on past mistakes or lost opportunities. But Musashi thinks that when we live in the present moment, this mental chaos prevents us from appreciating its wealth. We develop a greater awareness of the people and the environment around us. We appreciate the warmth of a loved one's hug, the taste of a delicious meal, and the beauty of the natural world. We can develop a sense of gratitude and satisfaction, find joy even in the most earthly situations, and practice living in the present by keeping our attention here and now. Musashi advises us to practice mindfulness regularly. Attention involves intentionally focusing our attention in a judgmental way on our thoughts, emotions, and feelings. It allows us to see our experiences happen without getting stuck in them. Meditation is a method of developing attention. The mind can be calmed down, and the present moment is brought by spending a short time each day sitting quietly, paying attention to our breath and observing our thoughts. By raising awareness of our thoughts and emotions, this practice helps us react to situations calmly and clearly. Engaging in activities with complete presence and focus, such as playing instruments, pursuing hobbies, or just having a conversation, is another strategy suggested by Musashi. We can fully participate in the present moment when we devote our full attention to the mission ahead. Giving up regret and hatred of the past is another aspect of living in the present. Musashi realizes that containing anger or staying with past sins only makes us feel heavy and undermines our ability to develop. Instead, he urged people to learn lessons from their past and turn them into footsteps for their own development. We can interact with the world around us and live our lives to the full when we embrace the present moment. We are aware of our thoughts, emotions, and behavior, which enables us to make deliberate decisions that are in line with our goals and values. Musashi's teachings serve as a reminder that living in the present moment with an open heart and a clear mind is the path to true happiness and satisfaction. Lesson 2. Be open to change. Miyamoto Musashi gave us an important lesson about accepting change. He argues that resistance to change only leads to stagnation and lost opportunities because change is an inevitable part of life. Instead, he urged people to welcome change with open arms and see it as a means of personal development. Whether it's changes in our personal circumstances, relationships, or careers, we often go through different forms of change. Although Musashi knows that change can be annoying, he thinks that by embracing it, we can realize our full potential. Accepting new concepts and experiences is one aspect of accepting change. Musashi understood that persistence with established habits and ideas could hinder our development and prevent us from exploring new paths. To truly accept change, we have to be open to new opportunities, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking, all of which arise from accepting change. Musashi emphasized the value of developing an adaptive mindset. Success in life requires the ability to adapt to the unexpected changes it brings. According to Musashi, people who are not flexible and resist change are more likely to fall behind, while those who accept change are better able to cope with obstacles in life, overcome fear, and accept uncertainty as an important aspect of change. Uncertainty is often a natural reaction when we face changes and accept new challenges in life. Musashi understood that fear can stop us from achieving our potential and pursuing our dreams. Instead of letting fear control, he encourages people to embrace uncertainty and see it as an opportunity to develop themselves. Self-reflection and self-awareness are two ways to build an attitude of acceptance of change. We can overcome our fears, our resistance, and our limited beliefs by recognizing and facing them. Musashi believes that we can build the courage and resilience needed to embrace change. To really accept change, we also need to be willing to let go of the past. Sticking to the past or experiences in times of crisis can make it difficult for us to continue. Musashi believes that we can enjoy the present and build a better future by letting go of the attachment to the past. While accepting change isn't always easy, Musashi's teachings are a useful reminder that transformation and growth are really the result of crossing our safe zones and facing the unknown. To do this, we need to develop an adaptive mindset, give up fear, and continue to accept new experiences. With resilience and confidence, we can succeed in negotiating with the constant changes of life. This shows that Miyamoto Musashi has taught us an important lesson about accepting change. We become more sensitive to growth, accumulate experience, and take advantage of new opportunities to welcome change. This requires us to develop our adaptability, give up our fears, and have the courage to take risks. We can reach our greatest potential and lead a more meaningful and successful life by accepting change. Lesson 3. Always strive to improve yourself. One of Miyamoto Musashi's core ideas is self-improvement. He said that, in order to success and fulfillment in life, we need to constantly develop and improve ourselves. No matter how successful or skilled a person is, Musashi always emphasizes that there is room for growth and that the journey of self-improvement continues. Musashi believes it is important to set goals and pursue them with discipline and dedication. He said that being able to see clearly what we want to will help us to focus our efforts and move closer to our goals. By setting specific, quantifiable, feasible, relevant, and time-bound goals, we can build a roadmap for our own development. Musashi also emphasized the value of experiential learning. Whatever the outcome, he believes that every interaction brings opportunities for development and education. By understanding ourselves and learning from the past, we can accumulate vital knowledge for personal development. Musashi advises people to seek knowledge from a variety of sources, not just from their own experience. He believes that wisdom can be found in many areas, and we can broaden our horizons by reading books, attending seminars, or engaging in in-depth discussions. This gives us access to new perspectives and deepens our understanding while promoting personal development. Musashi is also aware of the value of accepting constructive criticism when he wants to improve himself. He argues that by accepting and actively learning from others, we can gather valuable information and identify areas that need to be improved by asking for the contribution of people who have more knowledge or experience in a particular field. We can encourage self-development to continue to improve. Musashi has emphasized the importance of consistency and discipline. He argues that consistent compliance and continuous contribution are factors that lead to progress. Whether it's acquiring a skill, forming a habit, or nurturing optimism, continuous effort over a long period of time will bring significant progress. Musashi also emphasized the importance of self-observation in self-development. By reflecting and evaluating our strengths, weaknesses, and progress. We can be self-aware and decide the most effective way to direct our efforts. Self-reflection helps us see trends, overcome past challenges, and adjust strategies as needed. Miyamoto Musashi emphasized that constant self-improvement is an important lesson. By setting goals based on past experiences and searching for information from a variety of sources, we should also accept criticism, be disciplined, and learn about ourselves so that we can progress and grow throughout our lives. Musashi's teachings are a reminder that the quest for excellence is a lifelong process, and we can reach our full potential and succeed in every aspect of life by committing ourselves to improving. The fourth lesson about controlling your own thoughts is one of the most important lessons from Miyamoto Musashi. You advised us to control our own minds. In this way, we can use the mind as a powerful tool to help us succeed or stop us. We can control our ideas, emotions, and actions, allowing us to live a life with a clear purpose. Musashi understood that external factors, including fear, desire, and social pressure, could quickly influence our thinking. To cope with these influences, he emphasized the importance of developing self-awareness and building a solid mental foundation. Maintaining mental discipline is an important part of mind control. Musashi argues that by actively choosing thoughts and focusing attention, discipline is the key to managing our emotions and thoughts. We can keep our minds free from distraction or negativity by using techniques such as mindfulness and meditation. Thus, we can improve our mental strength and develop a positive, goal-oriented attitude. Musashi also stressed the importance of developing an optimistic perspective. He argues that our thinking affects reality, and we can nurture positive beliefs and thinking to create a life full of power and positive. We can this by speaking positively, affirming ourselves, and practicing gratitude. Our brains can be reconnected to focus on the opportunities and capabilities ahead. Developing emotional intelligence is an important part of self-reliance. Musashi recognized the power of emotions in influencing our choices and actions. We can make more sensible decisions when we recognize and control our emotions. Musashi advises people to develop emotional resilience so that they can face challenges and adapt politely. He also emphasized the value of developing mental strength. In life, there are always leaps and failures that are inevitable. However, by strengthening mental strength, we can overcome obstacles and disappointments with perseverance and determination. Musashi believes that failure is an opportunity to improve, and we can use it to boost personal growth if we take it as important lessons. He also emphasized the importance of self-control for mind control. He knows that sudden decisions driven by emotions or desires can hinder our growth. Self-control allows us to make deliberate decisions that are in line with our long-term values and goals. So, developing mental mastery is a lifelong process that requires self-awareness, perseverance, and discipline. We can master our minds and our full potential in all aspects of life by practicing self-control, emotional intelligence, mental discipline, and fostering positive thinking. The fifth lesson of taking responsibility for your actions, according to Miyamoto Musashi, is an extremely important lesson. He pointed out that taking full responsibility for the outcome of decisions and actions is the only way to experience genuine personal growth and development. Musashi emphasized that accepting responsibility involves recognizing that our choices and actions affect both others and ourselves. This requires us to realize that we are responsible for the decisions we make, and we are accountable for their outcomes. Accepting responsibility also includes possessing our mistakes and failures. Musashi realizes that mistakes are inevitable, and no one is perfect when traveling. However, he argues that real power comes from possessing our mistakes, developing from them, and acting to correct the course of events. Accepting responsibility for our obligations and commitments is another important aspect of being responsible. In all areas of life, both personal and professional, Musashi emphasizes the importance of keeping the word and doing what is expected. Keeping our promises will strengthen our honesty and foster mutual trust. Musashi taught that accepting responsibility requires us to be proactive in making corrections and making constructive adjustments. Instead of blaming our problems on others or on external events, I call on everyone to examine themselves and take proactive measures to overcome barriers by accepting responsibility for their circumstances. We should be confident in our ability to come up with original ideas and make the necessary adjustments to proceed. I also think that accepting responsibility means recognizing the importance of our words and actions to others. I want to emphasize the value of treating people with kindness, respect, and empathy by pointing out how our actions affect those around us. We can contribute to creating a peaceful atmosphere and fostering good relationships. Moreover, accepting responsibility also includes accepting criticism and commentary. I realize that by accepting constructive criticism with an open mind, we can get feedback, including negative feedback, and thus provide opportunities for our own development and progress. We can learn important lessons and improve our skills and abilities by making the necessary changes. Accepting responsibility for our actions is a way to demonstrate our honesty and morality. This shows that we are willing to take responsibility for our actions, from which we grow and learn from our mistakes to progress in personal development. Musashi's teachings remind us that taking responsibility for our decisions and actions can improve our own lives and those around us. So accepting responsibility is an important lesson that promotes personal growth, responsibility, and healthy relationships. We can apply the idea of accepting responsibility in every area of life. By accepting our mistakes, keeping our promises, actively solving problems, and thinking about the impact of that action on others. Moreover, being open to criticism is also a way for us to progress and grow in life. Miyamoto Musashi's sixth lesson reminds us of the importance of appreciating quiet times and loneliness. He gave a profound lesson in accepting loneliness, in silence, understanding the value of spending time and space on oneself, to stay away from external distractions and noise. Musashi argues that we can develop inner peace, clarity, and self-discovery by accepting loneliness in silence. Looking for moments of peace and quiet in everyday life is a way to capture loneliness. Musashi also recognized the importance of taking time to contemplate and observe oneself by deliberately seeking moments of loneliness, whether through meditation, outdoor walks, or simply spending time thinking about oneself. We can establish a closer relationship with ourselves by taking time for ourselves. This allows us to pay attention to inner guidance and explore insights that may be lost in everyday life. Musashi believes that we can reach our inner wisdom and intuition by accepting silence. These moments of silence are when we can make important decisions, gain clarity, and learn more about ourselves and the purpose of life. In a world full of pressure and excitement, accepting silence and loneliness also helps us to stay energetic and continue to grow. We need to take care of ourselves to protect our happiness. Musashi understood that we can find inner peace, relieve stress, and fuel by moving away from external distractions and spending time on our own or in silence. For Musashi, loneliness offers the opportunity to learn and become the master of oneself. We can get a deeper understanding of our own desires, fears, and powers by spending time on our own. We can identify areas of personal growth and maturity through self-observation and self-reflection. When we are alone, we can develop a stronger self-awareness and make deliberate decisions that match our true values and goals through the process of self-discovery. Silence and loneliness are also beneficial to creativity and innovation. Musashi believes that when we are alone with our thoughts, we can freely wander around and create new ideas. We can nurture an atmosphere of self-understanding, problem-solving, and creativity by giving ourselves the gift of loneliness. One important lesson is that we should take time for ourselves in our busy lives. By accepting loneliness in silence, we can develop inner peace, clarity, fuel, discover our true self, encourage creativity, and ultimately lead to a fuller life by appreciating moments of loneliness, finding inner peace, and paying attention to inner wisdom. The seventh lesson is planning, but retaining its flexibility. However, Miyamoto Musashi has emphasized the importance of adaptation in life as a valuable lesson. He understands the value of setting goals and planning to success. However, Musashi is also aware that the road to achieving those goals often encounters many unforeseen difficulties and obstacles. So he stressed the need for preparation and also encouraged an adaptive attitude. This lesson emphasizes the value of having a clear plan of action and goals. Musashi argues that by setting clear goals, we can focus our energy and move closer to the desired outcome. Our lives can be directed and purposeful by ourselves. Musashi also emphasized the importance of flexibility in the face of changes in life. He realizes that life is always transformative and full of surprises. Even the best plans can be broken by unexpected events. So he stressed the importance of having an open mind and adaptability in our approach. Flexibility is willingness to change goals and tactics when necessary. It demands that we welcome uncertainty and see obstacles as opportunities to grow and learn. Musashi argues that by being flexible, people can overcome difficulties and find new paths to achievement. Musashi also understands that in order to adapt, we need to constantly improve mentally and actively seek opportunities for growth. We need to be open to criticism and regularly evaluate our progress and strategy. This will help us adjust the plan as needed to fit new knowledge and special situations. Musashi has emphasized that self-awareness of one's weaknesses and strengths is a prerequisite for adaptability. We need to be honest with ourselves and realize when to change strategy or direction. When we are aware of our weaknesses, we can modify our plans to make better use of our strengths and overcome obstacles by asking for help or guidance when needed. However, planning is necessary to set goals and define a successful strategy. We need to remember that life is unpredictable, so adaptation is also important. Musashi's lesson reminds us of the importance of adapting, seeing obstacles as opportunities and always willing to adjust plans to goals. We can succeed in dealing with the constant changes of life by combining strategic planning with flexibility. This will help us lasting success in any situation. Miyamoto Musashi's 8th lesson of effective targeting is a very important lesson. According to him, in a complex and distracting environment, finding efficiency and simplicity is crucial to achieving success and balance in life. Musashi emphasized the value of living a simpler life and focusing on what really matters. He realized that confusion of any kind, be it emotional, mental or physical, can inhibit development and weaken human vitality. Therefore, he suggests that we clean up the environment, prioritize tasks, and organize our thoughts. Simplifying priorities and goals is an important part of finding simplicity. Musashi argues that by focusing on a small number of important goals, we can focus our energy and effort more effectively by eliminating unnecessary obligations and distractions. This helps us improve our chances of success and facilitate the things that really matter in life. Another important element in Musashi's philosophy is efficiency. He understands that time is a precious resource, and we can do more in less time if we act effectively. Musashi advised people to find ways to optimize productivity, simplify procedures, and eliminate unnecessary activities. He also stressed the importance of simplifying decision-making. According to him, too much analysis and thinking can paralyze us and hinder our development. Instead, he encourages people to act intuitively and rely on clarity and simplicity. We can reduce stress and make decisions that are in line with our values and goals by seeking simplicity in the decision-making process. Effective and simple pursuit requires us to break down complex tasks or problems into simpler forms. Musashi also emphasized the importance of approaching tasks in a methodical and step-by-step manner. To divide big challenges into smaller, more manageable steps. Even the most difficult tasks can be achieved if we do it this way. Musashi also understands that continuous development is essential in pursuing efficiency and simplicity. He advises people to adopt a continuous learning and development mindset, regularly evaluate their procedures, request feedback, and find ways to optimize performance. By doing less work, we can improve our skills, eliminate inefficiencies, and better results. So learning how to look efficiently and simply will help us optimize work, improve performance, and make life simpler. Musashi's teaching reminds us that we can succeed while finding balance and harmony by cleaning our surroundings, focusing on what matters, and finding ways to work effectively through evaluation and simplification. We can increase our chances of living a happy and meaningful life by creating space for the most important things. In the 9th lesson, Miyamoto Musashi emphasized the importance of gathering advice from various sources. He realizes the value of expanding our knowledge and perspectives by learning from different sources. Musashi argued that relying on a single source of knowledge or perspective would be mental constraints and restrictions on the worldview. So he suggests that people study different sources of information, like books, mentors, and different cultures and experiences. Reading many books is one way to learn from many different sources. Musashi understands the power of books in opening doors to new concepts, perspectives, and experiences by reading books from different sexes, disciplines, and ages. He advises people to be good at a variety of literary works. We can enhance our understanding, gain new perspectives, and nurture a more comprehensive worldview by embracing different experiences and cultures. Musashi also stressed the importance of learning from teachers and mentors. He argues that we can grow and progress faster if we learn from people with knowledge and experience in different fields. Seeking guidance and counsel from different people allows us to take advantage of different perspectives and learn deep knowledge from their experiences. So, Musashi advises people to embrace different experiences and cultures to broaden their worldview. He believes that we can appreciate the diversity and richness of human beings through traveling to new places, experiencing different cultures, and interacting with people from different backgrounds. We can question our own beliefs, broaden our horizons, and develop empathy and love for others through these experiences. Musashi also understood that it was important to grow from your own failures and experiences. He argues that knowledge gained from personal experience is invaluable and cannot be found in books or from external sources. By self-examining past achievements and failures, we can accumulate knowledge and understanding to drive personal progress. So, learning from different sources is an inspiring lesson for expanding knowledge, perspectives, and understanding of the world. Musashi's lessons remind us to read many books, seek guidance, accept different cultures and experiences, and reflect on our own experiences. By accepting the diversity of our learning resources, we can develop a broader perspective, encourage personal development, and nurture gratitude for the richness of human knowledge and experience. The 10th lesson of walking in warrior shoes is one of Miyamoto Musashi's basic lessons. He argues that a warrior's life is closely related to developing his mind and living with discipline, honor, and integrity, not merely taking part in physical battles. An important part of a warrior's life is learning to self-control and discipline. Musashi emphasized the importance of being physically and mentally prepared to overcome difficulties and obstacles. He believes that the use of personal tools can help nurture perseverance, discipline, and focus through intensive practice. By perfecting their skills and training their abilities, the warriors can become better. Honor and honesty are also considered very important to Musashi. He argues that a true warrior must adhere to strict ethical principles and practice the truth in every aspect of life. This requires honesty, politeness, and respect for everyone. According to Musashi, real strength stems from personality strength and commitment to values, as well as physical abilities. Musashi emphasizes the importance of continuous self-development. He argues that a warrior should always aim for self-improvement and personal development. This includes constantly improving your abilities, learning new things, and taking on new challenges. According to Musashi, the path of a warrior is an unceasing journey to self-awareness and self-control. To really understand this path, one needs flexibility and resilience. Musashi understands that hardship and failure are an integral part of life. Instead of running away, a real warrior faces these challenges with courage and perseverance. They learn from their mistakes, adapt to change, and see failure as an opportunity to improve themselves. Musashi argues that when faced with difficulties, it's important to keep an open and focused mind. He emphasized the use of attention and meditation as techniques to build a quiet, focused mind and help nurture inner peace and clarity. Warriors are able to think clearly, react quickly to obstacles, and maintain resilience. Therefore, learning from the path of a warrior requires discipline, honor, integrity, constant self-improvement, resilience, and calm. Musashi's lessons are a reminder that a warrior's path encompasses all aspects of life and goes far beyond war. We can develop strength, excellence, and a sense of purpose in life by following these principles. We should live in the present and focus on the present, not the past. Miyamoto Musashi's advice on accepting change is still valid today. We should always try to improve ourselves and become an expert in our own thinking. Take responsibility for your actions and be ready to face silence and loneliness. Let's plan, but be flexible and look efficient and simple. Learn from different sources and apply the mindset of a warrior. By using these lessons in our daily activities, we can live a more prosperous and fulfilling life. So let's remember these lessons and observe how we can improve ourselves every day.